And welcome to Coffee with Spects. This is episode technically number 3, and we're switching things up. We're hanging out with my DM extraordinaire, resident hillbilly extraordinaire, former Disneyland cast member, janitor, streamer, dungeon master, map maker, Frost.
Hey, you got some of it, I think.
I don't know how far the resume is these days.
It's after a year inside, it's hasn't exactly grown. We'll say.
Has it shrunk?
No, it hasn't. It hasn't grown. Yeah, I can't really add anything else to it.
I mean, it was fairly long to begin with.
Yeah. Oh, if you don't mind, my background Spider-Man 1 has just ended, so I'm going to switch that over to Spider-Man 2 if you don't mind.
That up. Here, I'll I forget the word. I'll just continue talking to no one in particular.
Yeah, no, I'll just be over here. I can hear you in my head. So
that's always nice. So, for those of you wondering, his running joke's going to be streaming old Spider-Man movies while he streams, apparently.
Specifically, specifically the Sam Raimi trilogy.
So the original 3 with Tobey Maguire. So he just finished up the first Spider-Man, which had Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin. So now we're moving on to the Doc Ock sequel, where I forget what happens. See, everything I remember is from Spider-Man 3, and I'm like, oh, that happened in Spider-Man 2. I'm like, no, that definitely was Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 has some of the best Tobey Maguire moments, but overall, it's not as memorable in my opinion. It's probably, no lie, it's probably the best out of all 3.
Although maybe
it's
I'm
just
confusing the two. What was okay? Because the whole thing what throws me off is because Venom's in Spider-Man 3, but I'm pretty sure that the dude from space was in Spider-Man 2, and the fact that those two things didn't happen together just confuses me.
The dude from space? What do you mean?
Wasn't MJ engaged to what's his name's son? That happened in 2 or was that 3?
Oh, you know what? I don't 100% remember, but during the course of his course of his podcast, I can turn around periodically and tell you exactly what's happening.
I need to answer this right now. Hold on. I feel like it was Spider. It had to have been 2, right?
Oh my God! I forgot that DVDs from this era had previews before you got to the main menu.
Oh, that's right.
And the preview that they're showing me currently is for the movie Hitch.
That's a great movie.
That's
a great movie. I have quoted that movie way more than anyone should. You do not tell me that Kevin James in that movie is not like the lowly hero that every man in his late 20s, early 30s who's single just goes, yeah, I get it.
All we need is a charming black love guru named Bill Smith.
No, Bill. So by the way, I was right. So Mary Jane becomes engaged to astronaut John Jameson.
Oh, right!
J. Jonah Jameson.
I totally forgot about
Peter
that.
suffers an emotional breakdown over his inability to balance his life and loses his powers. He quits being Spider-Man and returns to normal life, and unsuccessfully attempts to rekindle with Mary Jane.
Oh, dude. Okay, so I'm looking at the. I wanted to read
what a horrible, sad, just brief paragraph. Good Lord. What happened?
No, get this. I'm reading the back of the Spider-Man 2 disc that I have, and the first thing it mentions on disc 1 for bonus features is live commentary with director Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire. Oh boy.
I think that's a stream.
That's going to be great.
That sounds like a stream, sir.
That would be.
It is just you.
That would be amazing.
Going, huh? Who'd have thunk?
Holy shit! So yeah.
Can we get Kirsten Dunst in there somehow?
Nah, she's too busy doing.
What is she doing these days?
I don't know. I always get her mixed up with the actress that plays Donna from that '70s show.
Those are two very different people.
I know, but in my head, like my imagination, my brain has just kind of lumped them all into one person.
He's even a redhead.
I'm aware.
I like how if you look, so I clicked on it, so I'm like, oh, I wanted to, like, what is she doing? And they're like, in terms of casting, it has like, oh, Stan Lee, the guy who did it, Kirsten Dunst, main actors, Alfred Molina, main act, J.K. Simmons, James Franco, Willem Dafoe. The next one on the list, I kid you not, is Bruce Campbell, and the person he plays is Snooty Usher.
Oh my god!
I don't know why he's in like the first top 10 here.
I don't know, man. That's like oh god. All right. That's like in the first movie with what was it, Randy Savage? He's played Bonesaw.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. He's just himself.
Oh, rip the legend, dude.
I got you for 5 minutes. 5 minutes of playtime.
Playtime.
What is the? Okay, you need to look at this because this is weirdly hilarious.
What am I?
Just look up, click on Spider-Man cast, and if you scroll down, it says people all search for Jesse Plemons and then Tobey Maguire. And the picture they used for Tobey Maguire, it looks like, in the weird little thing you see, it looks like he's squinting because he spelled something really bad.
Oh god. Hold on IMDb?
No, just in Google, not IMDb.
Oh, in Google. So I typed in Spider-Man 2 Tobey Maguire, and then it's showing me a bunch of pictures of Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 2.
I went for cast.
Oh, okay. Spider-Man 2 cast. He's not even in the.
Hang on, let me see if I can just.
He's straight up not even in the top
I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on.
I have to scroll to find him.
All right, hold on. Look at the screen. Look at this. Look at this picture. Look at it. Can you see it?
Hold on, I'm trying to make it full screen. Oh my god.
Right?
Wait, hold on. Oh, okay. I was so confused by Jesse Plemons. And I was like, wait, what the hell?
No, look, I even zoomed in on it. Look at this.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Shia LaBeouf.
He looks like Shia LaBeouf or a cleaned up version of Charlie Kelly.
Oh, that's rough.
What is he doing now? Oh, he's cleaning he's a cleaning janitor at Patty's Pub.
That's amazing.
It's so bad.
Holy crap.
It's so bad. Why is Bonnie Hunt in this? Bonnie Hunt was it? What is going on? Why is it every time I'm in a call with you doing a podcast, we somehow come back to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man?
Because that's my entire personality.
You asked me if we wanted to talk about anything, and I did say Spider-Man talk, but I assumed it would be oh, I don't know.
Right. I actually have I've prepared a short list of potential talking points.
I don't think you understand how I do things around here, but all right.
I don't. This is my first time being on.
It's informal.
Okay. Well, just talking points to get the money moving here.
All right, what's the money moving? What's the first one on this list that you, the guest, have prepared?
Well, let's talk about life indoors, and the fact that
I haven't stopped working, so I don't know what you mean by this life indoors thing.
I'm talking about my life indoors.
All right. Didn't you go to Harry Intervention today?
Oh my god, yeah. No, but specifically, I'm coming up on a year of unemployment. On March 17th is my unemployment anniversary date. I
don't mean to laugh. I really don't mean to laugh.
No, laugh. I brought it up specifically to laugh at.
But the hilarity of the situation, there's humor in this. What is a terrible situation? COVID-19. We're all in this together. But there is a little bit of hilarity at this point, right?
Oh God, it's insane. Also, I just want to point out that Spider-Man is now delivering pizzas. So
pizza time.
Pizza time. Yes.
Have you ever? Some of those.
That's all this. That's all this podcast is going to be. I'm going to delete all my talking points. We're just gonna. We're just gonna. We're just gonna do a Spider-Man laugh cast.
Why is it that when it came to like Endgame memes were our favorite female superhero, totally not just a plot point for
Master Chief?
Yes, Master Chief. How come when there's memes of her, they always go back to the Sam Raimi Spider-Man where it was like, "Hey, Peter Parker, I hear you got something for me," and it's like, "Not until you fix this goddamn door."
That's okay. That's just how the how do I describe it? That's just how the trilogy works. It is so its own thing. It of course it borrows off of other superhero movies from the time, like the Daredevil, the Catwoman movie, Elektra, which was a spinoff of Daredevil. It's this whole thing. The Punisher.
All of them are awful.
Blade. Okay, we can talk about the Blade trilogy.
I liked Blade. I thought Blade was really, really good.
Technically a superhero,
but I haven't watched it recently, so I don't know if it's how it's aged. But I remember watching it as like a 13-year-old, thinking, "Oh my god, this is amazing."
Oh my god, it's still very, very good. I can't talk about Blade in the same way that I talk about the Spider-Man trilogy, but it is another one of my top three movie franchises to kind of gush about.
Are you gonna buy those on DVD soon and play those in your background?
If I can find them. See, the problem is because that I picked up all of these.
Life indoors.
I picked up all of these Spider-Man movies for like $3 a piece at Goodwill yesterday, right?
Oh, you found them all? Wait, at one Goodwill?
One Goodwill had all three of the Spider-Man movies. There were like 4 copies of Spider-Man 2 for whatever reason. And however, there was zero. It was all the quote unquote happy, bright superheroes because it's Goodwill, right? And so I suspect I will never find any of the Blade movies.
You want me to make your day?
Go ahead, please.
I have found, just by simply searching Blade Trilogy, there's a DVD with the 4-film collection of Blade, Blade 2, and Blade Trinity.
Oh my god.
It can be yours for the low price of $7.50 on Amazon.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's a physical copy that I would have. Okay.
It is a physical copy.
$7 for... That's actually really good. That's less than buying all 3 of these Spider-Man movies, which sounds about right. These movies should be worth much more.
No. It gets better. You want to hear how it gets better? Want me to add to this enjoyment?
Yeah, sure.
It says on the bottom where it's like frequently bought together for a total price of $33.88. You can get the 4 film favorites, the Matrix collection, with the Matrix Reloaded, and Matrix Revolution.
Along with
$8.39. And here's the kicker: Underworld, all the Underworld movies. So Underworld, Underworld Evolution, Underworld Awakening, and Underworld Rise of Lycans.
Rise of the Lycans, yes.
You can get that for $18 for a grand total of $33.88.
Oh my god! While you're on Amazon, look up the XXX franchise.
Oh dear God, why?
Because the first one with Vin Diesel holds up surprisingly well. The second one with Ice Cube.
You see, here's the problem.
Is even better.
I'm gonna put in XXX films, and I'm gonna get porn.
Yeah, and it's just gonna be Vin Diesel. That man is a freak. I love him.
There we go. So I'm like, if I put in 3X's, I'm just gonna get straight up porn. So you can get it on Blu-ray for $10.50.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there were 3. Wait, were there 3 films or 2?
For XXX, there's a third one. I think the second one is what, State of the Union.
Yeah, State of the Union.
Yeah, Ice Cube goes to Europe.
God, what was this era of films where it was just like, oh hey, I found porn.
Nice.
But like, what was with this weird era of film and just.
I love it. honestly adore the film industry from 15 years ago. it's specifically why I've dedicated the aesthetic of my stream to be centered around that era.
For the record, for those listening, when he was talking about how he wanted to set up his stream, his exact words were he wanted to make it look like a game Insanity from the early 2000s.
Yeah, game crazy. Game crazy. See.
Which, let me describe this for you if you don't understand and you don't remember this illustrious place. They were attached to Hollywood Videos, and it was...
they weren't an independent thing.
They weren't independent. They were owned by Hollywood Video. So imagine your local GameStop, but like punky, edgy, and with the slight aesthetic of a WWE cage match.
Yeah, dude, I miss the chain link fences so much.
They had chain link fences as the decor, and I'm like, why is this WWE cage match? What is going on here? Why is it like, why do we need a punk version of a GameStop? What is this?
No. See, it wasn't GameStop at the time. It was EB Games.
EB Games. No. So the GameStops were the standalone stores in like strip malls. EB Games were the ones inside the malls. If I remember.
Is that what it was? Are they the same company?
Yeah, they're the same company.
Oh, I always thought their logo was similar.
At the time, EB Games was like a subsidiary or something, if I remember right.
Gotcha. I know there are a couple holdout EB Games stores, and I think
like Australia, like not the United States.
No, there's a. I could be wrong. It was years ago that I was there, but a couple years ago, so semi recently, I saw an EB Games inside of. I forget which mall.
Ontario Mills.
Is it Ontario? I wanted to say Ontario, but that sounded wrong.
Says Ontario. It literally says Ontario Mills EB Games store in Ontario, and there, whatever.
That's so wild.
Oh wait,
I used to have.
What is this? Haberdasheries.
Yeah, but no, Game Crazy never branched out of it. It's like how every Tasty Freeze is attached to like a Wiener Schnitzel now.
The difference is it didn't go down with the ship.
No.
I love the simple fact. Wait, what? I put in Game Crazy because I wanted to see like why did this happen, and it literally says Game Crazy, and I think there was a separate website, and it just says Steam owners are about to get a rare gem, a dungeon crawler roguelike RPG, and it's lovely and crafted. That one runner called the latest game to get. I don't know why that happened, because I was like, oh wait, let's jump into this weirdness that is Game Crazy and what happened to it. It went bankrupt 11 years ago.
Oh my god. 11 years. Because Hollywood
Video went out of business.
Yeah, of course. And because Game Crazy was just Hollywood Video's tumor, the host died and so did the parasite.
It was a subsidiary of Movie Gallery, which owned so it was Movie Gallery, Hollywood Video, and Game Crazy. Mm-hmm. And the last of those stores, so between April 30th, it announced it was going for Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Oh my god.
And then by the end, so by the end of August of that year, all of them were basically closed.
Gotcha.
Apparently there's one left in Jacksonville, Mississippi.
A Game Crazy in Mississippi?
There's a Movie Gallery. I don't know if there's necessarily See, people don't young kids these days don't know what it's like going to a movie store and renting things. Renting from Hollywood Video or Blockbuster.
No, and those kind of brick and mortar rental stores are they're not going to come back. All they are, the closest thing we have now are the the hobby shops that people that miss that kind of like atmosphere open up. I wouldn't actually mind owning a Game Crazy store.
You want to know what's funny? Do you want to hear a name of a blast from the past that is still very much active to this day? That shouldn't be active to this day.
Hit me.
GameFly is still around.
GameFly.
Do you remember GameFly?
Vaguely. It was right around the time that Netflix was still disc-based, right? So
yeah, it was the video game version of Netflix where you could you could rent out. That was the big shtick, was you can rent video games and not have to pay for them. You pay whatever it is a month. Like
Yeah.
I think like
like
$10 a month for a game.
Oh, that's so
and
good.
It was, and the whole thing was like, you can even keep it. Like, well, you can just buy it off of us. Whatever. But no one bought it. Like, all right. Don't worry, it's still going. And now they've moved to movies. So not only can you get video games, you can also get movies for the people who.
So wait. So what you're telling me? Hold on. So what you're telling me is that I can order a game that I don't have off of GameFly, have it delivered to me, and then just never return it. And just say, I own this game now.
I think you have to pay for it, but yes, essentially.
Oh, that's so good. But yeah, like, it cuts out the, I have to...
Wait, time out.
I have to go to a game store.
It says, like, it legitimately says you can, wait, did it switch? Wait, hold on. Did this change? No, it's rental. You can literally rent. It literally says Mainfly is America's go-to source for new and classic movie and video game rentals. With thousands of titles to choose from, you can rent films or new video games and use video games without worry of any late fees. If you like your rented game or movie enough, you can even keep it from us for a low pre-owned price.
Oh my god. That's so good. They just completely cut out the need to get in your car and go to the store. They will source the game for you. They will deliver it to you, and then they just say, "Fuck it, keep it."
You can go to Steam and download it, and not even at the.
Oh my god!
All right, unless you really want the physical copy that bad.
Wait, you can download the. Oh yeah, I mean, to me, like, to collectors, having a physical copy is a must.
No, I know. I know.
But yeah, for like the normal person who's just like, used to like the Xbox Game Pass or again, like you said, Steam.
That's me.
That's you. Me. Game Pass.
I feel attacked. I got it. Because like with my PlayStation, I play online, so I got Game Pass, and I get like a game a month. You know how many games for my PlayStation I bought physically?
Wait, are you talking about PlayStation Plus?
Yeah,
because Game Pass is Xbox.
I have gotten so since I got my PlayStation, I paid $39 for my online, and I bought 3 physical games. All the rest are 4 because I pre-ordered 1. So all the other ones I've gotten for free, except for Kakarot, which I bought. So every game in my library, I haven't paid a single dime for.
Dude, that's...
And let me tell you, here's what the best part is. I have the entire Uncharted series totally free. I have Tomb Raider totally free. I am literally swindling my way through Sony because of my lazy bum ass. Let me tell you, they have given me more free games that I am not going to get around to play than any other system ever. Like Microsoft has literally Sony has ruined me. They have given me so many free things. There's like, I'm literally just like, oh, Papa Sony, please don't take away the fun. Like, they've turned me into something I never thought was possible. I am literally just like,
my god.
I have become a meme of myself because I am literally just like the spoiled child now.
You're chasing the dragon, my friend.
Dude, I literally got Fall Guys like the week after it became big for free. They're like, here, crap. PlayStation, you get it for free. I'm like, what is going on? They are literally giving me a drug addiction at this point.
That's so funny. And for what, like $30-$40 a month? Or a year? A year?
That was a year because I got it. I went to one of those.
That's like what? That's
I don't know what
three.
It's called, but
that's a little over $3 a month. That's so good.
Yeah, I got it on one of the. I'm not a sponsor or anything, but I wish they were. But I got it from one of those you go online, buy one of those pre-codes. They had a sale for like $30, and I'm like, done.
Like a half
off. I got a year for like $30, and I'm like, sweet.
That is disgusting. I love it.
I have made all my money back.
Man.
Papa Sony has treated me well.
Oh man, that takes me back to the Xbox. You can get the Last 360
of Us remastered for $20 new. What is going on here? Bloodborne new, $20. What is this? What is going on? I know
those 2 games. You download those 2 games, it's already more than paid for itself. That's crazy,
right?
Yeah, dude, that takes me back to the days of the 360, man, where the Xbox Live games with gold that they used to do. It was exactly the same thing. Yeah, I think so. I haven't owned an Xbox in like 6 years.
Since they switched to Game Pass, which don't get me wrong, Game Pass Game Pass is really, really good. For $15 a month, it is really, really good. It's not bad at all. I just don't think it's not as good as what Sony did. Like what Sony did, where it's you get 2 free games a month,
and
just
you get
for
to keep
having
them.
online play, and you get to keep them. They're full games.
You get to keep them.
Like they're old games,
really
but they're games like you're like, oh sweet. Like me, who hasn't played a Sony product in like 10 years. Like I'm like sweet. Like I get a free like Ratchet and Clank for March. Right. They're literally giving like one of the Ratchet and Clank games for free next month.
Dude, that's so good. I mean, I have all the physical copies, but still, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, some of us aren't that lucky, sir.
Well, I'm attempting to turn game collecting into my job, so there's a bit more of a need for it.
I would make the joke that we have in our the inside joke we have, but I'm not going to do it. And you know exactly where I'm going with this.
Of course. Let's see. What else did I want to bring up?
Oh, I just want to point this out. I got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the deluxe edition, for half off.
Damn, dude. It comes with like what?
I got it for $45 because I have PlayStation Plus.
Is that characters, skins, maps, that sort of thing?
I got this, yeah, and the season included the season pass, and it retails for like $90, and I got it for $45.
Oh, delicious! Oh, that's so good.
And they still haven't finished the DLC yet, so I'm like, there's one more coming at least.
Wait, there's DLC coming out? Isn't that game? When did that game come out? It was 2019. It only
came out last year. It only came out in 2020. It came out early last year.
No, really? Wait, when was when was Fighter Z? That was Fighter 2019,
Z was
right?
2 years ago.
Right. Okay.
I bought that game for my Xbox, and I think I played it for a grand total of like 10 hours when I stopped.
Yeah.
It just, it was a fun concept, but I'm just like, eh.
That's how I feel with the which ironically I'm wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt right now. But that's how I feel with the roommate's battery died in his car.
Nice.
And we had to push it uphill.
Oh, you had to push it. I thought you said to jump it.
No, well, we tried to jump it, and then the battery was too dead. It wouldn't take a charge. So then we had to push it. Now he has to go get a new battery.
Now someone's going to Costco.
Mm-hmm. Well, luckily our other roommate works for a motor parts wholesaler. So I bought. Yeah, when I had to replace a battery in my Honda, I went to work with him and I paid $30 for it. It's the same battery you would get off of like Walmart or Costco.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready to jump back in?
Sure.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, and we're back after for you guys a short break, for us like 20 minutes. But it was a Holland experience. It was harrowing. There were babies jumping in from trees and cats and firemen.
Someone started a fire.
Rick killed the guy.
So I want to talk about one specific thing that happened to me, and it was today. And as it happened.
Can I set this up? I want to let me set it up. And you can fill in the details because this is you're going to be driving this boat. I just want to like set course here.
Give me 1 second to say one thing.
Yes.
Because it isn't a part that I told you about, because I was specifically saving it for this segment.
No.
I technically robbed a Circle K today. Now go ahead and fill in the audience on what I'm about to explain.
So I assume the story with surrounding this apparent robbery.
It all goes together. It all goes together.
Is our buddy Ross? Wow, Frost. A journey to get 2 televisions, and not just any TVs. These old fat TVs that your grandmother probably still owns, or if you go to a garage sale, the ones that they're trying to get rid of for $20 that have the old RGB ports that don't have HDMI ports. You drove to Running Springs for one and Rialto for the other. But you got them both in a rip-roaring 3 hours. So with that setup, let's hear this harrowing tale of what your journey through these televisions was.
So your descriptor of what I went through today was mostly accurate. Sadly, I did not get the second television because en route to meet with the gentleman, I received a message saying that it had already been purchased. So
who is on the market for these TVs? That's my question.
Me, I guess. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying, who are you up against? What grandmother are you trying is up against you for this?
I honestly have no idea, but let me get into the story here. So
I'll just stop you. Journalistic integrity and stuff.
Sure thing. Yes, stop me if you have any questions. I suspect there will be a few.
I'm sure I will.
We're just going to backpedal to I robbed a Circle K. So what happened?
That was the tease.
So what happened was, this morning, I messaged a man on the Facebook Marketplace, right? He was selling his television for $10.
Back alley place. $10 for a TV, I heard, right?
$10. $10 for a TV. All I had to do was go out, pay the man in cash, and pick it up myself. And I'm like, honestly, it's 11 a.m. I've got nothing going on today. It's an hour drive out there. Screw it. I'm going to go get a television. But since, we live in 2021, I'm 27, I don't carry cash on me. So what I had to do was I needed to go somewhere. I need to buy some small thing. I got a drink from Circle K, and then ask for cash back. Super simple transaction, right? Well, I fucked it up because when I was checking out, I was so used to the routine of no, I don't want cash back. Yes, this is the right amount. Enter in my PIN, leave, done. That when it came to the do you want cash back selection, I hit no, not even thinking twice about it. When I needed the $10 cash back. And so I'm sitting there, I'm expecting my $10 to come to me, and she's just like, the lady behind the counter is like, something went wrong, you didn't select the $10. And I'm like, oh, right, I have to do that. I can't just expect you to give me money.
I have a feeling I know where this is going.
So what happened, that's why I said I technically robbed a Circle K. She just gave me $10 out of a till.
She just gave you $10.
Yeah.
Her drawer's going to be short $10 now, and she's not going to know. They're not going to know.
I'm sitting there. I'm flustered. I'm like, oh crap, my bad. And I'm looking at the stuff on the counter, and I see a lighter.
Here,
I'm like,
I'll pick up this Milky Way bar.
Yeah, exactly. I told her I'll buy this lighter, and she's just like, no, don't worry about it. And she opens up the till, hands me a $10 bill, and slaps me on the ass and says, have a good day. And I'm like,
the second part actually happened.
In my mind it did. In my dreams it did. But that was the attitude. She's just like, here's $10, get the hell out of here.
Hold on, back up. Can we step back to this weird mental image of the girl giving you $10 and smacking your keister on the way out? What Circle K are you at to where you're like, I want that to happen?
Dude, Riverside is lit, I tell you. But yeah, no, she hands me the $10 bill, and I'm so confused. I've confused myself. I've confused her. I've confused her to the point where she's handing me money for the money's not coming out of my account. As far as I'm concerned, I walked into Circle K, bought a drink for $1, and then walked out with $9 I didn't have before. Exactly. So essentially, I bought a TV. I bought a drink at Circle K, and it came with a free television.
What promo are they running out there?
I have no idea, and I love it. I want to go in tomorrow, see if I can get another $10, maybe even 20.
Is this gonna turn out to be the thing in Office Space where he takes a penny from the company every week?
Oh my god! Yeah, or he skim off just a small amount. Oh boy, that would be so good.
Except you're just using this one poor girl who doesn't care about her job.
Yeah, no, I literally, like, I was willing to open up another transaction to do it fucking right this time, and I would get a lighter out of it. Cool. But before I can even say I'm going to buy this lighter, she's reaching over, opening up the till, and just hands me a $10 bill and says, "Here you go." I'm like, and I didn't even think about it. It caught me off guard. I'm like, okay, cool. I got my $10 and I walk out. It's only when I got to my car. It was during the walk from when the doors to the Circle K opened. I take the 10 steps to get to my car. In that 10 steps, I realized, like, was that a crime? Did I technically just rob the Circle K for $10? Sorry, $9.
No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Because I have $10 extra in my pocket that I didn't have when I walked in there, and that $10 did not come out of my account. In fact, it came out of Circle K's pockets.
I mean, more than likely, she's just going to throw a $10 bill in there at some point.
You know what? If that's how that works out, that's how that works out.
Or she really hates her boss and really wants someone who counts that thing up later to be like, just lose their mind.
You know what? Speaking of that, you know the funniest part? The first thing I see every time I walk in there is a big sign when the doors open that says, "We're hiring."
That's ironic.
So I wonder what the turnaround rate of a Circle K is. But yeah, that's the $10 that I needed to go and get my television. My free television with purchase of $1 Circle K drink.
And happened today. Something the same thing to what happened with you. So I work mids now basically regularly, and this girl, how do I describe this woman? There's an older woman who works the same shift 8 to 3 for many moons.
Mm-hmm. She's
an idiot.
Oh, those are the best.
She has the temperament of a Dr. Cox, but the work ethic of a what was his name? Like, what was the guy's name who ended up in the morgue? He sucked as a doctor.
Oh,
Doug
from Scrubs.
Yeah, it was
from
Doug,
Scrubs, right? God, yeah. I haven't seen that show in so long.
I'm currently rewatching. I think his name's Doug.
Dude, I wonder if Scrubs is on Amazon Prime. I could stream that on the background.
It might. I think you can buy it.
That would be so fun.
You can watch Psych. But back to my story. So I walk in. I kid you not. I'm not. First off, she's an older woman. God bless her soul. She still wants to work. I don't know why, but whatever. I'm not here to judge.
I got you.
You're gonna what I'm about to say. You'll understand this because we worked at Disneyland together, and for those of you who haven't worked at Disney, there's an age gap, if you will. You're either in your early 20s working your way through college, or you're in your twilight years and you're just doing it. You're doing this so you can be the cool grandparent that gets your grandkids at Disneyland. There's really not a lot of in between. And you worked in the restaurants. I worked in parking.
Oh boy, there's so much we could talk about.
I kid you not. I want to see. So I know 2 other people who work at Disney, and if I could get her sister, there could be 4 of us. I literally want to do a chat with all of us, and all we do is talk about our Disney stories.
Oh, please make it happen. 100% make that happen.
Huh?
100% make that happen.
I really want to, because if we did, it would be 2 people from entertainment. One was one. I think she still works there. One was a princess, one was a former character assistant, and then my buddies was in parking with me, and then you were in restaurants. So the amount of like craziness we've all seen, we would have, it would be insane. But I come into work, I get into work, and I'm doing my thing, and she comes up to me and says, "Oh, I realized something today." And I said, "Oh Lord, what happened that she realized?" She goes, "I need to pay attention when I'm working cash." And I'm like, "Oh God, what happened?" Apparently,
those are never good things to have a cashier say. I need to pay more attention.
So what happened is so we have door dashers that come in, and every once in a while they'll be like, hey, I want a cup. They're working, they'll grab like a cup of coffee on their way out or whatever. Apparently someone went, why she's at the register is beyond me. She shouldn't be, but she's there, and I guess someone paid with the card. You know how every once in a while, whether it's the chip or the swipe, it doesn't work, it declines, just doesn't or whatever. Work. Like,
yeah, you have to try it like 4 different times.
Yeah, like technical error, and apparently she didn't realize that that had happened. And she gave the person the bagel, and she's like, "It was a good thing I had $2." I'm like, so the guy got a free bagel because you didn't hear a ding.
You paid for this man's bagel. I
didn't pay for it.
That's what you would have said to her.
I know. I was thinking like, so you basically paid for his bagel.
Oh my god.
I'm like, all right. I mean, mind you, weirder things have happened, but I'm like, usually like you hear some sort of like, happy chime, but I'm like, okay. And it's like, why do I have to know about this? I really don't care. Like,
yeah. What do you do? You're like a cook, or are you a server?
No, I'm a runner. I'm a server.
Runner. Okay.
But now like I'm sort of doing a little bit of everything. But it's like, what am I gonna do about this? Like, you're above. Technically, she's above me, so I'm like, shouldn't you be the one like telling me not to do that? Like,
wait, she's like she's your manager?
No, she's technically one of the leads. Even though
lead, right?
She's bad at it. Like, she really shouldn't be. Like,
it's one of those situations where they.
I don't mean to talk bad about her, but like when right before this whole thing happened, they were shifting everybody out, and she was gonna literally just be the QC person. And thank God that didn't happen, because she's bad at QCing.
It's just one of those situations where she's been there long enough that they just promoted her.
I think she's been there so long that no one else wanted to do it, and they just said she can do it. She's been here the longest. Because I think in terms of tenure,
she can do it.
Yeah, because I think in terms of tenure, it's her. There's one other girl who's been there 3 years, and I think everybody else has been there around like a year, like around the same like 2 years, year and a half year thing.
Okay.
But she's been there for like a decade.
Oh my god. Oh god, for 10. I can't imagine working anywhere for 10 years. The most I've ever worked in one job was 3 years.
Yeah, it was Disneyland. You didn't move up anywhere because moving.
No.
So little peek behind the curtain, Disneyland. Anytime you want to move up, whether it's trainer, like from like lowly cast member to trainer, entering the management program, any sort of move laterally up the ladder requires an interview. And for these interviews to happen, one of your managers has to approve you to go see the other person to get this done. So a lot of times they just pretend like they never got it, or they just hope you forget.
And the stupidest...
Let me tell you, I don't know if your department was like mine. We had like 5 managers, and I only knew the names of like 2 of them.
Bro, I had 9. I had 9 managers.
Dude, we had a bullpen full of them. And
oh my god. Oh. Discord just shit itself.
My actual name. And it was
sorry.
The most absurd like revolving door I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Hey, can we rewind like maybe 10 seconds, cuz Discord totally cut you out.
I was talking about how like I only knew 2 of like my probably 9 managers, and I don't think one of them knew my actual name.
Oh my god!
Like if I didn't have my name tag, they would know who I was. The only one
there are benefits to that though. There are advantages.
No, it was totally fine. Like I dealt with 2 like on a 1-to-1 basis, and both of them were really really cool. Like when I left, the one guy I was dealing with when I was leaving was like the coolest guy ever. Like he wasn't trying to get me to tell me to stay, but he's like, you're not in the position. He's like, you're not in as bad spot as you think you are if you wanted just to like push through.
Mm-hmm.
When I left, and I'm like, I literally said, dude, it's not worth driving over Kingdom Come for $10 an hour.
Oh, it's awful. It's so bad. When I started there in 2012, minimum wage was like $9.50 an hour.
Yeah, it was like $9.50, and then if your department was like, I don't know if you were like mine, but you got a bump like right when you got through, like when you hit your 90 days, you got like that 20-cent bump.
No, so I never got that.
No, you didn't. Okay. You suck. Yeah, Inside the Park sucks.
Yeah, I got brought in at $9.50 an hour, and because our union was, I don't know, whoever negotiated for that union was fucking garbage, dude. Because we had mandatory raises, but they weren't quarterly. They weren't, like twice a year or anything. It was a single annual raise of 25 cents.
Yep.
So when I left there after 3 years, I was making barely over $10 an hour. 3 years of my fucking life, I made not even enough money to really justify the gas cost to get out there.
Yeah, and you were driving a 1980 something Datsun.
Oh yeah, 17 miles to the gallon. It was the worst. It was no joke. A round trip was $10 in gas. So my first hour of every single fucking 4-hour shift, only 3 hours actually mattered. And in the slow seasons,
that is the funniest
laugh. It's a fucking joke. It's comedy. It's pure comedy. During the slow season, Disney is constantly overstaffed. There were, at my one location, my one little shitty restaurant, there were 92 people on staff.
Just for the record, he worked. So Frost, when he was at Disneyland, worked at Pizza Port, which if you've ever been to Disneyland in California, is right next to Space Mountain, and that place is never not crowded. At least when I've been there.
Should have been called Pasta Port. No one ever bought the fucking pizza, dude. It was always a pasta.
I think I got a whole pizza once.
Well, yeah, because it's not worth it. It's the same price. Really, I don't know if it's different now. It's been like 5 or 6 years since I worked there.
We have technology.
A single slice of pizza was only like $1 less than a big ass plate of pasta. So the people that came there the first time, the tourists, would always get the pizza. Yeah. But then the people who came there regularly knew that the pizza was a fucking ripoff and that the pasta was the best deal.
I think I ended up getting pasta way more.
Mm-hmm. And
okay, wait.
We charged I think it was $8 for a slice, and the entire pizza costs like 7 cents to make.
So in terms of pricing, still you're basically right. Like pepperoni's it's $8.50. It's basically $8.
Oh god, for pepperoni.
So pepperoni, the slice of pepperoni is $8.50.
That's so garbage.
$8, and that's $8.50, and pastrami's $9. A whole pizza now for pepperoni is $42.
40. Cheese, oh my god.
Cheese is $40. Same thing with vegetable, and pastrami is $44.
It's a fucking pizza. You don't pay $40 for a pizza that's made with cardboard. They're frozen. They are frozen. They are pre-made and frozen for days on end before they are pulled out on a rack, shoved through an oven, and never seen again.
Dude, your salads?
Look at the pasta. Oh, to Discord. Come on, Discord.
So $10.50. Okay. Oh, did I cut out again?
Yeah, you did. That was weird.
So pasta is now $11. So it's actually cheaper to get It is cheaper to get pizza now. Pasta special is $10.50. The chicken fazooli is $12, and the vegetarian is $12.
Oh my god! I love.
Oh wait. Okay, you can answer that. You might be able to. How small is the kids portion? Because that might be the route to go.
Oh! How much is it? Please tell me how much it is. Okay, no joke. The kids portion, it comes in a literal sauce cup. Like when you ask for extra sauce, that is the cup that they give you when you order a kid's meal. It comes with, when I was there, it came with a juice, a bag of apples, or slice or orange slices, depending on what you wanted, and the main sauce cup entree. And you're saying it's $8, dude? That oh my god, that entire meal can fit in the palm of my hand. No, not even kidding. I mean, I don't have extremely big hands either. Like, it's literally a sauce cup, a drink, and a bag of apples for $8.
Well, now it's carrots and fruit with the choice of milk or water.
Wow. Holy crap, wow.
And it says small Dasani water. And
that
I know how
blows my mind. Oh, Dasani. Of course it's Dasani.
Yeah, because they're owned by Coke.
Yeah. You want Coke water? Says I'm drinking.
I like how
they
have a thing called Alien Ice, which is just a slushy.
That's all it is. Wait, that should be... Isn't that Tomorrowland Terrace?
They might have had it in there.
Oh, okay.
Because it's one of those dumb things where you know they're going to have it all together.
Oh, that made my day, though. The $8 for what I know is a complete ripoff. If you want to save money, don't take your kids to Disneyland.
Oh, no.
It's never worth it.
Whenever people ask me, like, you know, how do I do this right? My exact words are park at Toy Story.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't deal with the trams, just deal with the bus. Your time saved is going to be astronomical.
It's so much better.
But when it came to, like, food and stuff, I'm like, accept the fact you're going to get ripped off.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things, like, I would tell people, and I don't know if you probably just said just don't eat there.
Oh, yeah.
But my thing was, if you're going to eat there, eat at California Adventure, because at least there, if you go like a bread bowl or something, that will actually like do some damage.
Yeah, and it's about the same. It's about the same size as like a plate of pasta from.
And it's not, and you know, like, and it's not like they're going to be like, it's going to be a smaller bowl. Like everyone's aware of bread bowls, whether it's from like Panera or something else. Like,
hell, my sister works at a restaurant that's exclusively bread bowls.
Yeah, like they have like basically a size, and even Disney can't really be like. Necessarily,
that would draw too much attention.
Yeah,
it would peel the curtain back a little too far.
My favorite. Okay, I've told people this because people have asked me like, what's one thing about Disneyland that we wouldn't believe? And I have told people this, and everyone thinks I'm nuts, but you can confirm this. On Disneyland property, Robbie, or Frost, I don't know why I'm saying your name. Are there more Starbucks on Disneyland property or Subways?
Oh God!
What is there more of, Subways or Starbucks on Disneyland property?
It's 100% Starbucks, but it's close.
What do you mean?
Close,
dude. It's Subways.
It's Subways for the cast. It's Starbucks. There's Starbucks like pretty much everywhere you go in the park, though.
There were no. I'm saying backstage. I'm not saying on stage.
Oh, backstage. Yeah, no, definitely Subway then. It's in every cast break room. And yeah,
I avoided that place like the plague.
But that was all we could eat at. That was all that was like close enough for, the 20-minute lunch break that we got.
See. Here's the thing. You want to know what my break rooms were as a lowly parking guy? A vending machine. I didn't get Subway. The only time I got any sort of like decent food was if I was at Esplanade, I could go to the in-between.
Oh, the in-between. Yeah.
I could go to the in-between, or I could go to that one Subway, like, by where you were. That was the only time I got it.
Wait, no, that was the in-between.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Or I could go to the Bungalow if I was at Simba, where they had the Subway and the chicken tenders. That was the only time I actually got, like, legitimate food.
No, wait, you and I...
wait for a food truck.
You and I didn't work at Disneyland at the same... Oh, man.
I think you left right when I got hired.
Yeah.
When I started in 2016. I think you left like right before.
I left October 2015.
Yeah, so I started right
And I can say that. I can say that I quit because I did not get fired.
You kind of did the same. You and I were in the similar position. You and I were in a similar spot, but I had a little more leeway than you did. Although I think your reasoning and mine were similar but different.
Well, I mean, it was either quit or I wait another 3 days and then I get fired.
Well, you know what's funny? And I remember when I was going through my thing,
dude.
I literally get into arguments with scheduling because, like, okay, when dealing with scheduling, if I talk to people who actually made it, they understood what I was dealing with, and they're like, "We'll do our best. Hey, don't worry about it." But there were some people who worked in that scheduling office who were horrible people who should not be dealing with people.
Did you ever go? You went into the scheduling office before, right?
Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
Okay. How it's that just giant long room of nothing but cubicles, and it's just the most corporate thing ever. It is so depressing.
It literally is just dude. I knew people who would go into that building because that's where the first ones would be on that wall there, where all the binders were. I'm like, I'm not going to that place that just looks like it's void.
I forgot about the binders. Oh God, people just crowding around it. No wonder COVID took off. It probably happened at Disneyland. People. Funny? It's like raining outside. It's like 8:00 at night. There's like 800 people just trying to crowd in there, figure out what their fucking schedule is for the next 2 weeks.
Oh my God! And did you have a trading system? Did you have like the trading?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a barter system just look so awful?
Oh my God!
It was like running like. It was the shady underground of random shift trades, and nothing was funnier than when they didn't go through, and it was usually because either someone put it in late or someone was screwing with somebody in scheduling, and it was the funniest thing ever because it would go from conversation of trades to just verbal bashing of everyone involved, and it was hilarious.
Dude, that's so good.
Or my favorite one was, have you ever seen the breakdown of a 3-way trade for shifts?
No.
Oh, buddy. For where we were, so parking handled all the special event stuff. From P23 to like anything was us. So these shifts were like basically gold to people who would just get off work and just like, I'm just gonna go, screw it. So someone had to do a 3-way trade to get it to work, and one guy blew it. And I have never seen such fire and brimstone in a comment section in my entire life. It was the greatest thing ever because it was just literally like he missed it by a minute, and it was the funniest.
Oh dear God!
And it was just fire and brimstone from everyone else involved, and everyone is just. And mind you, this thing spread through our department like wildfire because everyone's just like, "That is the greatest thing ever."
Speaking of bullshit shifts, what is the longest shift you had?
I remember yours. I think you said you had like a 12-hour or something, right?
Oh, it was longer. It was much longer than that, but I want to hear yours.
I never went above. I was lucky. I never had a longer shift than 8.
Wow, you motherfucker! That is. Oh, man, I envy you. So, I mentioned before that because Disney was always constantly overstaffed, and it was all before their did you cut out? I'm sorry. Hello? Discord.
God, Discord.
Oh, there we go. You're back.
No. So, but I was going to say, the only reason why I didn't get, like, longer shifts is because they strictly had guys that would do, like, overnights. We had a whole department that were strictly overnights, like, who set up cones. So people who had to work these longer shifts for whatever these events were or whatever, all they would do is say, hey, do you mind doing, like, an 8-hour shift and then doing, like, a 4-hour or like, it would be 4 hours, so they only be there 12 hours, but they would do, like, what was called, flyover, where they would just do, like, cone work. Yeah. But back to your overcrowding.
Sounds nice. Right. So, what was I saying? Right. So, I mentioned before that Disney constantly overstaffs every department. And part of that is because Disney has such a high turnaround rate. You know, a lot of people won't work there for more than a couple months or even a couple shifts in some cases.
I never thought we had that in my department, but then again,
you guys kind of got to get out and do stuff when wearing a hole for 8 hours, it's rough.
That's true, because one of the things that we like anytime like any sort of manager would talk to me or be like, how is that stupid, like, how's it going, what are some pros, and one of the things I always said was not being in the same spot day in and day out
right
kind of helps.
Yeah, you get to and you're outside, you get to all I did for 3 years was look out a window.
Were you back of house or were you front of house?
By the time I left there, I was doing everything, man. What did
you start as?
Front of house. Okay. But I was trained, or I was never cross-trained, but I was very long enough that I was able to do everything.
Wait, how did that work? Because technically, I didn't think you could technically switch spots unless you were trained.
Yeah, no, I didn't officially switch spots. I could just do everything.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So if something needed to be done.
I think you found the loophole from laziness.
Well, no. That's the thing, is I knew how to do everything because my plan was to cross-train. But the fucking point system wouldn't let me. Because if you had any points on you at all, you couldn't cross-train. And living an hour and a half in traffic away, I got points regularly.
And plus, you had to take it, and also too, you parked in K-Lot, and you had to deal with trams, and those stupid buses never ran on time.
It's like 20-minute. It's like a 20-minute tram ride.
It was a 20-minute ride, and it all depended on where you parked. Because like for us, like where we were lucky. I could there was literally a stop right where like the main hub for our guys were. So like me parking like right by where my break room is, all I had to do was like walk 20 feet.
Gotcha. But yeah, the longest shift that I had to do was related to this turnaround rate. Because I come in, I'm scheduled. It's like not even like a holiday, not even like an event day or anything. It's just a normal shift. I'm scheduled for 4 hours. Great. I show up, I spend my $10 of gas to get there, and no joke, 3 minutes, or not 3 minutes, like almost as soon as I get like clocked in and start working, one of my shift lead, it was Natalie. If she's ever listens to this, Natalie, you were the only one that I ever respected. But she comes up to me and she's just like, hey, we had a call out. Do you want to work 6 hours until so-and-so comes in? And
also,
I'm like,
at this point,
sure.
And and also too, you could probably talk your way out of it so you didn't have to get a lunch.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I'm like, hey, like, yeah, can we make it like 5.5 hours so that I don't have to take lunch, that sort of thing.
Well, side note, just for those of you at home.
Okay, go ahead. And he immediately cuts out. Ah, fuck Discord, dude.
You work 6.
All right.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, it's so spotty. I don't know what's happening. It's so spotty. I'll just sit here, wait for him to come back. Oh, hello? 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 Knock, knock. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey, are you back? Can I hear you? I don't think so.
Can you not hear me?
Discord keeps cutting you out. Like right now, I don't know if you can hear me, but I straight up like nothing from you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay. But I kept talking. All I was talking about was how it might be me. I don't know. But I was talking about the 20-minute thing, where we got out at 20 minutes with 20 minutes left in our shift.
Yeah, that was 1 point. That is one bonus point I will give working at Disney. That was an okay perk. It doesn't make up for the 900 million other pieces of shit that get flown around daily, but Disney gets one. We got out 20 minutes
they had
early.
one. I don't have it. I'm just okay. Hey, just in case we cut out again, I'm making a chat channel real quick.
Okay.
Just in case. I don't know why I didn't have this to begin with, but okay, there we go.
General.
Just in case.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I'll just leave it there for now. All right, continue.
But yeah, so my lead comes up, Natalie. Again, Natalie, you were the best. Respect, the homie, and she comes up to me, asks if I want to stay an extra 2 hours, which I'm like, hell yeah. I was only. This was my one shift for the entire week, and it was only 4 hours.
What time of year was this at?
This is like in between, like spring and before summer.
Okay,
total slow season. Yeah. And again, the only reason we would ever get one of those 4 hour shifts is because we had 90 people on payroll for our single location. Now, keep in mind the salad spot only needed 2 people to man it. The pasta spot only needed 2 people to serve and 1 person to cook, so we're up to 5 total. There were 3 pizza servers, so that's 8. And then we had a lead, like 3 cashiers, so that's 12 people. And then
did you have full timers? I'm just
curious.
We did.
We even had full timers, yeah. So they would always get their 8-hour shifts because they had to. So that sucked up even more time away from the other like 80 of us that were working part-time. Exactly. So when slow season came around, you got a single 4-hour shift a week just so that Disney could keep you on payroll. Otherwise, they wouldn't need you. That's it.
Yeah.
So naturally, when I show up for my one fucking shift for the week, and the my lead asks if I want more money, I'm like, yes, please, let me stay 6 hours. And then an hour later, right, she comes up to me again and says, hey, I'm going to need you to stay for your full 8 because we had another call out. And I'm like, oh, all right. Now, keep in mind, I opened that day, so I got there like 7 a.m. So an 8-hour shift for me, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's only 3. Yeah,
that's really good. I mean, traffic's going to be a bitch, but fuck it. I'm out. I can listen to music on my way home.
Yeah.
As my 8 hours is coming up, I'm like hour 7. She comes up and asks, hey, basically, she comes up and asks, or it's a different lead by now because
opener's gone.
She comes up and says, hey, the new guy didn't show up. And it's like, now we can't make you stay because we have to give you 2 hours notice and you're off in 40 minutes, but we would need you to close. Now keep in mind, I've been there since 7 a.m. and the closing no, luckily on the slow season, at the slow season, the restaurant closes. Yes. No. It was slow season. Closing was 8 o'clock.
Oh, that's right.
So, but it's like an hour and a half until you're actually off. So 9:30. I would be working 7 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. And I fucking did it. I did it.
Bravo.
Like, it was almost a 15-hour shift, and I'm like, that it was a 4-hour shift that turned into a 15-hour shift. And then I just went home, and I didn't return for a week.